Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is Crypto Elite, home to the #1 Theta community. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. And before we get to today's video, I do want to talk about an upcoming NFT that I'm going to drop. It's going to be a beta release for only 20 individuals. I'll have more information on this in a future video, but with it, I'm going to be providing premium content, exclusive videos. There will be a community. Like I said, it's going to start small with just about 20 people, and with that will come some governance rights. So a lot more to come in the future, but stand by and I will get more information on that coming to you very soon. But yes, in this video, let's talk about Disney Plus. They just started doing something recently, which is very ideal for increasing the usage of bandwidth. And let's dig into it. You may have seen it, you may not have seen it. This one slid right by me without me seeing it, and I do have Disney Plus, but it releases its first AR or augmented reality enabled short film, Remembering. And I think this is very neat. We'll actually check out the short film here in a second, but let's see some background details. So today, and this happened just a couple days ago, September 8th, was Disney Plus Day. And a lot of the perks came out, especially this new augmented reality experience in conjunction with the short film Remembering. And in Remembering, they talk about what it is, and I won't go through that all too much, but just check this out. It does look exactly like that. So the Remembering AR component itself is designed to bring the world of imagination alive to viewers by having them engage with the film using their smartphones or tablets. And this is something that I think a lot of different companies will use to continue that engagement. And that is something that all of these different companies, Disney Plus, Netflix, HBO Max, they're trying to get their communities to be more engaged. And one way to do that is with NFTs. And I think Theta has been really good with the NFTs and in increasing the engagement because of that. Other ways that they're going to start testing this out is AR, these different types of videos. So viewers are meant to keep the app open while they watch the film. And here, let's check it out actually here. I'll move on. This is actually movies.disneyplus.com, so you can see that it is indeed out there and you can stream it. It's only 8 minutes. It's very, very short. They give you a little bit more about the background, and then they talk about the AR experience. So it's for Disney Plus subscribers only. They can experience the film in a whole new way. It's the first of its kind, and I think it will be more, there'll be more like this in the future, because if you do have Disney Plus, you do know that they have short films that they release, and they're actually really good. They only take like 5 to 6 minutes to watch, and I haven't watched this one yet, but I do need to check it out. So I think this will continue to come out. This one right now, to the best of my knowledge, is only on Apple. So if you have iOS or an Android device, unfortunately, I don't think you'll be able to check it out for now. I think, like I said, this has some pretty darn good reviews, so I think they'll continue to put it out on both Apple and Android. But if we check out this Twitter post, we can see exactly what's happening here. Let me back it up just a tad bit, but essentially you put your phone, point it right at the TV screen, and you get an augmented reality type of short film, which I think is very, very neat. I'm not going to play this entire thing, but you can get a vibe for what is going to happen. And I think kids in particular, they're going to latch on to this kind of technology because it's different. It's more immersive. It's very, very neat. So that, I'll just kind of leave that there. And I'll pause it right here. But because of this, the bandwidth requirement, especially if Netflix and HBO Max, they all start to do things like this, it's just going to continue to push up that bandwidth requirements. And I did bring this up, but essentially all this infographic says is that VR and AR, they require a lot more bandwidth than just your standard 1080p or 720p, a lot more. And that's why Theta in particular, which is bandwidth sharing, one of their bread and butter items that they do, is going to be very important in the future. There's other ways to mitigate it, and we'll talk about that. So the bandwidth problems, 5 issues the VR virtual reality industry must solve. So there's ways to go around it, but all of those different ways, they take time. and Theta is out there right now. So first, the issue number one is figure out a way to stream high definition video to both eyes. That is an issue because both of those eyes are receiving different feeds. And as of right now, Akamai, which is a huge content delivery network, they only say that the average US household has an average of 12 megabytes, which is insanely slow. I myself, actually, I'm paying for the gigabit speed, but I'm actually, it's kind of funny, I'm getting one of the technicians to come out right now because I'm getting less than 100 megabytes, even though I'm paying for 1,000 megabytes. So yes, I totally see that happening. And that is something that Theta can help with. Also, learn to future-proof videos for upcoming 4K streams. And that's something that will need to happen as well because, like I said, as soon as you go above that threshold, I think right now our internet is okay for 1080p, but as soon as you make 4K the standard, it's going to be hard. It's going to require a lot of bandwidth. And these 4K headsets, in order to make VR and AR look the most realistic, you need that high definition. So that is something that needs to come very, very soon. And then slow connections, once again, to prevent motion sickness. And this was a test that was in the 90s, actually. I was pretty surprised to see that. But yeah, if you don't have the connection, the adequate connection, then that could create motion sickness, which no one wants to get. And then a diverse way or devise a way to effectively compress videos. There's lots of different ways out there. Netflix does it, YouTube does it, but it's to take those large video files and compress it and somehow still keep that good quality. There's a couple different ways out there. Theta has a good way to fix that problem, and that's for VR in particular. They had a patent for it, and that's foveated streaming. So foveated streaming is a way for you to look at your VR goggles, look through them, or glasses, and whatever is right in front of you, that is crystal clear 4K, but everything in your periphery, all of that, and it's kind of realistic to real life too. If you think about your peripheral vision, it dims down that quality out there. So your 4K might be right in front of you, but in your periphery, that might be 1080p or 720p. So that is one way. And like I said, Theta has a couple patents out there that utilizes that, and it is a way to compress or save some of that bandwidth needs to kind of fix that issue. And then lastly, decide to realistically meet consumers' demand. So that is something that will come in the future. Right now, the consumer demand for VR and AR is not quite there yet. But if Apple comes out with a device and more people come out with devices, I think that consumer demand will definitely be there, and it'll happen really, really quick. So in summary, like I said, I think this is really neat what Disney is doing. And I think if other different companies catch on to this and also do something similar, those bandwidth requirements are just going to continue to explode. And then that's where the Theta network comes in with their bandwidth sharing, especially with their bread and butter. The meta chain will also help in the future as well. So let me know what you think about this in the video below. And if you're still with me, once again, keep an eye out for more information on this upcoming NFT that I'm going to drop. It's only for 20 people.